offering much width on that left, so they're looking back towards the right. No, back to Robertson on the halfway line. Liverpool happy just to pass it square and play the safe passes at the moment, whereas earlier they were looking to bombard the Newcastle penalty area. Now there's a bit more control about this game for them as Alexander-Arnold takes it by the corner flag, backheels it, but Joe Linton is there, knocks it down the line, flicked on by Fraser, but nobody able to gather that, and it's Liverpool's ball once more. Thrown in already, and back to Konate as we go past half an hour in this Premier League match. Thiago to Matip. Matip sort of stutters as he looks to play the ball forward, and now knocks it square to Alexander-Arnold. Back he goes to the halfway line, and Konate. Not sure if Newcastle have still made more than 19 passes in this game. Liverpool well on the way to about 250, I think, by now, as it's knocked forward by Thiago into Mane's feet. A little pirouette on the ball to get away from Hayden. Moves into central midfield, knocks it to Matip. Back he goes to Henderson. And now a little ball from Salah looking for Mane, who made a good run into the box. He's headed on towards Jota, who fires a volley over the bar. Yeah, it was instinctive from Jota, up on his right-hand side, almost at head height, just swiveled quickly and hit it first time. It was a nice little idea from Salah, wasn't it, to try and flick it over the top towards Mane. And Henderson's ball did fall towards Jota, never really got his foot over it to knock it down. No, hard those, aren't they?
Yep.
But he was alive to the situation when it was headed to him. He wasn't looking to just set up a teammate, he was looking to lash it towards goal. Diogo Jota.
He's got 9 goals himself this season already, which is within the top 3. He's only behind Jamie Vardy, I think, and Mohamed Salah, of course. He's looking for it, he's hungry.
Yeah, he is, yeah. As header comes in there from Ritchie, drops in midfield. Thiago nods it on towards Robertson, who stabs it towards Shelvey. Shelvey now takes such loses it for a brief moment and gets it back. Liverpool's pressure has forced Newcastle all the way back to Dubravka. And the Slovakian keeper hits it high towards halfway line. Joe Linton's flick on. Fraser didn't read it. It's a back pass now to Alisson from Alexander-Arnold. And Liverpool just seem to have got their rhythm going now, don't they? It's all seemed to have fallen into place for the Merseysiders. Part of a 3-way Premier League title race now, with Manchester City topping the table coming into this this round of midweek fixtures. Slip on the far side there from Ritchie. Can Liverpool profit? The ball into the box and a scrambling clearance from Cher puts it over the bars. Mane was lurking, but a slip from Ritchie just gave Salah the time to put that ball in the box.
Yeah, that right-hand side for Liverpool again. It gave Salah time. I think he's offside, Mane, but I mean, that attempt of a ball is ridiculous from Salah. Outside of the boot, curling in. Cher with a great block as well.
Well, he's just missed out on the Ballon d'Or shortlist, hasn't he? Mohamed Salah looks like he's playing with a little bit of added motivation for this game. It's come for a corner which Robertson's lifted high towards the back post, headed away by Newcastle. Drops on the edge here. Oxlade-Chamberlain looks to volley it back in, and he got underneath it. It's into the crowd.
Yeah, he stood up to it square alongside the goal, didn't he? And it sort of drifted to his left. He's trying to get his foot around it and just hooked it straight into Rose Ed. Not his finest effort on that occasion.
But yeah, Mohamed Salah, I mean, there were a few eyebrows raised when he was sort of snubbed as well. Was he not on the FIFA Pro list as well?
The FIFA Pro 23 list, he's not on it's 23
strange.
Players.
That's strange.
What's
he controlled it. A right foot maybe outside the boot shot, and he never quite got hold of it there.
Yeah, he scuffed it. His right foot has never been his greatest, has it? But once again, it's in behind Ritchie. So much space. Ritchie's not had a great, what has it been, 20-odd minutes since he came on, and Salah has to score.
Yep, it's a good volleyed pass there from Oxlade-Chamberlain to release him. Played it into an area where Ritchie had pushed on a little bit too high, and Salah's pace was always going to get him in there. He's trying to recover here, Ritchie, but he's got no chance. Salah, usually would finish that off. He's gone with his right foot. Maybe he could have gone with his left in the end. He had so much time.
Yeah, he did have a lot of time. He had to slow down, didn't he, for the ball to bounce perfectly for him to head it on. But by the time, as you said, Ritchie was never going to catch him.
So Liverpool just passing up the odd chance now in this game. 2-1 up with 10 minutes left in the first half. Yeah, Salah's equalled Jamie Vardy's record of consecutive games for goal involvement of 15 now. As Liverpool have it on the edge of the Newcastle box. Good challenge comes in from Hayden, comes back to Thiago, lifts a pass out left towards Robertson. Takes a couple of touches to bring it under and knocks it back to Henderson. Henderson lifts it out towards Salah, who's trying to get on the back of Ritchie again, and Ritchie has to head it behind for a corner. He's saying he didn't get a shout there, but he had to do something with that because Salah was right in position to volley that cross in.
Yeah, he was just going to, as you say, volley it right-footed first time into the box to see if anybody else could have got onto the end of that one. It was a searching ball from Henderson. The goalkeeper thought about coming and then decided not to as well.
So Konate and Matip lurk on the edge of the penalty area. Konate was the one who got the free header in on the last corner from this side from Trent Alexander-Arnold. Here it comes, whipped in, right-footed towards the centre goal, headed away by Newcastle and Hayden. Liverpool pick it up now deep in midfield with Oxlade-Chamberlain. He sends it back out towards Alexander-Arnold. Ritchie again has to head it away, comes back to Alexander-Arnold. His cross is deflected off Joe Linton. Now it's knocked away by Fraser. And now Ritchie leaves it for Shelvey, given away though by Newcastle. Thiago steps in, his pass inside has broken the way of Hayden, and Newcastle play all the way back to Dubravka now. He's got three men closing in on him, those he knocks it away to Fraser, who can't keep it in, and that again just shows you how Liverpool's pressure forces mistakes from teams, and this goalkeeper, he had three players bearing down on him on that back pass.
Yeah, just hunting in packs, aren't they, this Liverpool side over on that right-hand side. Newcastle, every time they received the ball, they had about half a second and then there was a man on them.
So it's going to be a throw-in to be taken by Alexander-Arnold. He's given that one straight away to Joe Linton, though. Can Saint-Maximin profit from this ball down the line? No, challenge from Matip is a good one, and it's kept in by Alexander-Arnold before another tackle by Joe Linton goes out for a throw to Liverpool. Taken already. And Liverpool changing the point of attack now over to the left-hand side as Robertson runs into a bit of space from Oxlade-Chamberlain's pass. Back to Henderson, base of the midfield. He works it back to Thiago. And Liverpool try and pass around Saint-Maximin, who is the first line of Newcastle defence. The rest of the team so deep in a sort of 5 and a 4 behind Saint-Maximin, who's the only player ahead of the ball. Liverpool still have it with Matip. And now Henderson. Chipped into the penalty area, looking for Robertson, making a blindside run, but a good challenge by Hayden gets it away. It might have been Murphy, actually. Comes back as far as Henderson. Now Oxlade-Chamberlain. Maybe just need to lift the tempo of the passing here, Liverpool. But Jota slips it to Robertson, edge of the penalty area. Now wide to Mane, who's peeled away from the box, or who's pulled away from the box, I should say. He now knocks it back to Henderson, 25 yards out. Over to Matip it goes. Long series of passes here from Liverpool. Is there an end product coming from it? It's out towards Salah. Usually there is when he gets on the ball. Back to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's quickly challenged there by Joe Linton. A bit of afters there as it's crossed in by Henderson. It's knocked away. Joe Linton and Alexander-Arnold still exchanging furrowed brows. I don't think there's much more than that going on though. Liverpool fully focused on the game here as Salah gets it again off that right-hand side, looking for a 1-2 here with Thiago. A good challenge comes in from Fraser this time to concede the corner. Yeah,
I think they're trying to double up Salah now over on that far side. Fraser is just so deep supporting Ritchie, isn't he? It's the Egyptian is reigning terror on that right flank, and once again, even though he doesn't get the ball in the end, it forces a last-ditch tackle and a corner.
So the corners are mounting up here for Liverpool, and again there's a bit of whispering going on between Matip and Konate as they move into the penalty area. This one's crossed in left-footed by Robertson, knocked away at the near post on the volley by Joe Linton. Alexander-Arnold, who was on the corners from that side, now picks it up, and Liverpool will come at Newcastle again with Henderson. Back to Oxlade-Chamberlain, centre of the park. Robertson in the centre forward position at the moment, trying to get involved between two Newcastle defenders as Henderson gets it again. Back to him from Jota. Jota's now playing left back, and Robertson's now playing centre forward.
Yeah,
very fluid, this.
Makeshift, isn't it?
It's gone out to the right-hand side again with a little 1-2 between Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh, Salah's just pulled up there as he tries to get in the box, and Joe Linton got his body in the way and then gets fouled by the Egyptian. Free kick Newcastle.
Yeah, the ball was just spinning away from Salah on that side, which allowed Joe Linton to come across, and in his eagerness to win it back, I think he just nudges the Newcastle man, doesn't he, without touching the ball, and yeah, he just gets a little bit of a trip as well. So easy free kick to give.
He's actually played all right, Joe Linton. I mean,
yeah,
completely out of position, but he's not missed a tackle yet, has he? You know, he's doing his job. Liverpool have definitely preyed on that left-hand side of Newcastle since Jamal Lewis went off, and Ritchie hasn't looked up to it, and he's needed more help. But Joe Linton, filling in the middle, has done a pretty good job, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. As Fraser's just gone up top for Newcastle for the moment. Early ball forward for Liverpool. Yeah,
Lascelles is going to get there and knock it back to Dubravka. So there's a little shift in formation here that you've spotted, Matt, and it looks like it's a bit more positive now from Eddie Howe before half-time. Joe Linton, who is tackled there by Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Liverpool have it edge of the box now. Can they use it? With Jota, challenge comes in by Hayden. It might drop here to Murphy. Murphy turns away from goal, slips it up towards Fraser. Fraser trying to be the link now, looking to play it out towards Manquillo, but Robertson got there first, and he knocks it back to Alisson with the first-time clearance.
It was better though, wasn't it? It was, at least there was an option in front of Fraser to try and play it to.
Thiago back to Matip. He sends it out towards the right-hand side, and Salah, a little back heel now to Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool causing trouble again on that Newcastle left to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Here's Henderson working it to Robertson. Robertson a little bit underused tonight. It's all come down the right for Liverpool, to be honest, and it's not usually how Robertson sees the game. He's usually very much in the forefront of the attacking play. Challenge from Joe Linton is won again, and it's out for a Liverpool throw.
Yeah, I think you mentioned it. Robertson's been quite narrow, hasn't it? And I think that's because Trent Alexander-Arnold has basically been a right winger this game, and Salah's been a right forward in front of him, hasn't he? So
Liverpool have it again with Henderson. Now they come over to the left. They threaten to come over to the left, and they go back into the centre, and it's given away by Mane. But he's done well to win the ball back, and he's got it now centre of the park, working it out towards the right. Alexander-Arnold volley cross towards Salah, little cushion header back in. It's flicked away by Fraser's outstretched toe. Then a cross comes in from Matip, which is headed away by Cher. Liverpool come again now with Robertson to Henderson, back to Thiago, chipped over the top. Salah could be in. Oh, he just couldn't quite bring it down, and it goes behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's slightly strong as the pass. It's too far in front of Salah, but Mane was in there once again. Had he been able to square it, it's a nice idea from Thiago. That's what you probably expected from Thiago after coming from Bayern Munich. Has not really hit the heights, has he, of the Bayern Munich days at Liverpool. But those reverse passes, the dinked ball in behind, they're the technical aspects that you expect of somebody from a Barcelona point of view, where he came from.
Yeah, it was a very narrow window he was trying to fit that one into, and he almost did it. There was nothing wrong with the pass. I think Mohamed Salah was maybe just a half-yard away from bringing that one down. As ball's headed in field now, and Liverpool pick it up again. Newcastle immediately back off into their own half, as Konate has it, moves up to the halfway line, and looks for the runner. It's Jota making a run, but that's intercepted by Cher. Now can Newcastle spring with some maximum? Here comes the cavalry for Newcastle. They've got 3 on 4 hit, 4 in the attack as Maximum goes himself, takes it too far, tries to cut it back, and Henderson's there to police in the penalty area and save the day, really. Yeah,
it's a great chance. He had 2 runners either side of him, and I think probably the one on was the one on the left-hand side, but he didn't play it, and as you say, took too long, went to his right-hand side and just wasted it.
Liverpool could make them pay here just before half-time with Salah crossing into the penalty area. It's headed away by Cher, and Liverpool pick it up there with Mane by the corner flag, forced further wide by Manquillo's pressure. Little back heel, Lowe's going to play in Robertson. Robertson cuts it back towards the far post, and there's nobody there in red, as it's brought away by Fraser. And now Murphy, he's wasted the pass though, has he? Oh, the challenge there by Konate on St Maximum, allowed to stand by the referee, and another strong challenge goes in after that. The referee has given the free kick now, or he said play on, because Liverpool have it. Trent Alexander-Arnold puts the ball in the box, volley clear by Cher, goes out towards the far side, and will be a throw into Liverpool. 60 seconds to play, plus probably a couple of minutes of stoppage time, I would think.
Yeah, for Lewis's injury probably. And goal celebrations.
Also the aftermath of the Liverpool equaliser, when there was the head clash of heads with I think Hayden down, wasn't it? As Liverpool look for a 1-2 on the right hand side again. They've played in Salah. Defender had to get there. Lascelles with a clearing header behind for another corner.
How many times have we seen a dinked ball down the right hand side that's had to be cleared out for a corner? So many times. It's been a lot.
This is what good teams do, isn't it? They find a weakness and they prey on it time and time again. That's exactly what Liverpool are doing. They've found Newcastle's weakness after about 15 minutes of this game, and they've just mercilessly preyed on it ever since. There's the short corner, high hanging ball to the back post, heading towards the far post, and a backpedaling Dubravka manages to claim it. Well, Newcastle would do well just to try and hang on to the ball now for the next minute or so to try and get to half time.
Yeah, it was a searching header from Matip there, but Newcastle, yes, they were ahead, and they obviously will feel rightly aggrieved with that decision for the first Liverpool goal. But to get into half-time, the amount of Liverpool chances that they've had against them, they won't feel as though they're out of it. They'll still feel as if they can get something from the second half.
2-1, they're not out of it.
Yeah.
I think at 3-1 they probably would be. So this is vital here. They get through this and don't make any silly mistakes. Share, base of the defence, chips the ball forward, looking for the run here of Murphy, who's peeled away to the right-hand side. I think he stayed on as well there. So he's got it by the corner flag, and he's looking for the support arriving now with some Maximin. A little shimmy and a little lollipop, but he's not going to fool Liverpool's defence that easily. Goes to wide, tries to cut the ball back towards the near post. Challenge goes in on Hayden. Ball comes back to Murphy, who's wriggling away again. He knocks it back, and a ball driven into the penalty area is cleared away by Liverpool at about the third attempt, and now Salah tries to bring it away. He finds Jota, who's gone over a challenge by Lascelles. It wasn't timed particularly well. The referee's going to give a free kick for an earlier challenge by Joe Linton, and a yellow card comes for the Newcastle player as well.
Yeah, I think he was deciding which one does he give a yellow card for there, Mike Dean. Risky challenge from Konate just before, just about touches the ball.
Yeah, he got the ball before Hayden, I believe, so no penalty. Yeah.
But yeah, Liverpool dangerous on the break. Eddie Howe was calling for it. I'm sure he'd agree if he saw the replays that it was a good tackle in the end. Joe Linton with a yellow card. There was also that challenge on Jota, wasn't there? I think from Lascelles, where he caught the Portuguese. No free kick or card for that one, because Joe Linton was first.
Just seconds left in the first half. Liverpool leading 2-1 at Anfield. Controversial equaliser from Diogo Jota to cancel out that early strike from John Joe Shelvey. And then, of course, Liverpool, within a few minutes, had got their goal from Mohamed Salah, which equals Jamie Vardy's run of a goal involvement in 15 consecutive Premier League games. Salah on the ball as the half-time whistle goes from Mike Dean. It's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1.
At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from John Joe Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from John Joe Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from John Joe Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from John Joe Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from John Joe Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from Jonjo Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from Jonjo Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from Jonjo Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from Jonjo Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from Jonjo Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from Jonjo Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from Jonjo Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after falling behind to a fantastic curled effort from Jonjo Shelvey. It was a ball into the box that found Jota. He had two bites of the cherry, hit the back of the net, but there were two Newcastle players down with head injuries at the time. Goal, said Mike Dean. That was then consolidated as Salah got the Liverpool second goal on the 25th minute. At half-time, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1. At half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 2, Newcastle 1, but that doesn't tell the whole story. A controversial equalising goal for Liverpool after